Hey, it's Professor Josh. Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to recap Rock on the Block. Yes, Thrilljoy's Rock on the Block at San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to talk all about what was there, what happened, what was our favorite, what was kind of needs improvement, and then also show off some of those great exclusives that we were able to pull. So you definitely want to stick around. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. We got all kinds of things with Rock on the Block, including some of the announcements we'll share. I wish I had the full slideshow, but I know they had issues with like the sun and seeing it. Couldn't really take pictures. I asked to get it. Haven't heard back from them. I reached out on social media and stuff like that, but I never heard from them. So I'm going to show you what I have at least, and we can maybe talk about some of the other things that were announced as well too. But also, I just want to talk about a recap of the whole event and what happened, because it's a really cool piece of the community. I think Thrilljoy community has a lot of fun at these events. A lot of people there. You get to meet people that you've talked to online. Maybe you've seen in a Whatnot auction buying stuff too. Maybe they watched your videos ripping things, all kinds of stuff. So it was really cool to meet a lot of people in the community for Thrilljoy, and then share into that thrill of tearing into something and hopefully finding that ultra chase or whatever you're looking for. So that is probably the best part about this, is community. And that's what I saw when I put a comment out there on Instagram. Everyone talked about meeting new people, meeting the people they've talked to before, being able to maybe trade or talk with people about stuff, and being able to share like some stories and some really cool things that happened to them, maybe at the con, at San Diego Comic-Con, or maybe just at the event, or sharing that excitement of pulling that Ultra 24 piece right there with everyone watching. So it's really cool to see that, and I was really glad to meet a lot of great people. Of course, hung out with people I knew as well too, and saw some new people and people I hadn't talked with before. Gus was there, and I got to hang out with them at their table. They were lucky enough to have a table, because that's one thing I would say Thrilljoy could improve, is have a lot more tables available. And I think the way to do that is maybe kind of take out some of the games, or change how the games work or lines work or something like that. But I think having a lot more tables and chairs would be really helpful, especially everyone has a lot of stuff. Everyone's opening their boxes, tearing into things, and at first they end up sitting on the ground. And I did that at the other party at MegaCon too, because they don't have near enough seating for everyone. It would be cool to have at least 50%, 75% of seating or something like that. I know people will be in lines, people will be doing things, people will be wandering around, but something, in some way to do that would be a really cool thing, because it creates that, like, other people could share tables with other people, have some fun, meet new people. I don't know, maybe even have assigned tables or something cool like that at one time for different teams, something like that. I know everyone had their different teams and mix-ups, but it would be really cool to have some more seating available, definitely. All right, so some really good things is actually that process with the wristbands, with the RFID, with Rice there, they use the new company. The wristbands actually seem to work pretty well overall, getting people in. It got people in the door a lot faster by pre-checking in people and going through that whole process, checking IDs and all that beforehand. We got it the day before the event, went over there, and then we had lunch over in that area right in San Diego, right on the water. It's a beautiful area. Miguel's was awesome, so if you're ever over in that area, definitely check them out. Great Mexican food. But definitely, that's a good idea. I wish they had more days at the con where they did that, maybe in the afternoon, since they seem to sell out by like noon or 1 o'clock. It would be really cool for the afternoons to be able to have people do that at the booth as well, along with, the great charity stuff they're doing for Make-A-Wish by upgrading or trading up stuff and trading in things to get Thrilljoy, trading in other things that'll go Make-A-Wish and all that good stuff. So hopefully it could do something like that. That would be really really neat to be able to do that at the con more days, because I know some people might not be at the con all 4 days. That might be a con only one day, like Thursday or Friday or something like that. So every day, like, have something available would be really great. Of course, the day of, it's kind of hard with everything going on. You definitely have it on site, and people could just go up there afterwards. But you know, the line moved fairly fast. I would say overall that was a good experience. You got your box right when you walked in the door. I like that. I wish kind of Funko Fun Days did that, where you walked in and got your box right away. You didn't have to go in a separate line afterwards. But they had the different teams. That was nice too. It wasn't random stuff. You know, last time, you know, there was a group of 4 of us. 3 of us got the exact same boxes, and 1 of us got a different box, but we didn't even get to choose the team or mascot. It was really cool to have. I got Team Blue and Team Scout. Jason was with me, so we got to do that and grab those. So overall, that aspect was good. They had the RFIDs also for the games and for the food and the drinks. So they did actually give you 2 drinks, which was really cool. That you were able to go to the bar and get something to drink. So if you drink alcohol, you could do that. Or they gave you a full can of soda or a full can of like Red Bull or something like that as well too. So that was really nice to do. The last time they just kind of poured in a cup and you got barely enough at MegaCon. Also the food, they had a little more substantial kind of food bites with just hamburgers with chips, chicken tenders with chips, and then a nacho, like I guess like loaded tots they had as well. So they had some different options there. I know, I think VIP had some kind of other options. I don't know. I didn't get VIP. I didn't get asked for it. You know, I just do like, you know, a couple videos every week on Thrilljoy, but I never get asked to do those kind of things. But really cool to experience it with everyone. I think the overall process of that went well. The lines for food went pretty smooth. I think overall they had many different stations for that. I'd never waited, you know, too long in line for food or drinks. So that was really nice overall as well too. Like I said, I'm lucky enough to have people I knew that had a table already and kind of shared it with them while people were up and people were down, and someone kind of watched everything at the table too, so you didn't have to always carry things around. Definitely need to make the bags bigger next time. The bags were just big enough for the box alone, not the extras you were getting as well too throughout the night. So I definitely need a bigger bag, maybe twice the size almost, to hold the box and then any of the extras you get. That would be a great idea for Thrilljoy to do next time. I know it kind of fit the bag and it was work perfect for the box, but don't forget you have all these extras that you're giving away too, and people might win protos and other things. So, or people might have stuff they're trading and things like that. So it'd be cool to have a little bit more room in the bag. So that's definitely an area for improvement. I think boxes overall went well. I'll show you kind of what I opened and kind of go through that. We'll go through each box here, give you a little peek. Hopefully the video turns out all right with me cracking some stuff open, and then I'll show you what they look like as well too. But like I said, first one I'm going to show you is Scout, Team Scout, and you're going to check out that video here, me opening some and hopefully hitting something great. Hopefully. Scout's box. Got a 1500 piece Magnum PI. Got a chance at an Ultra Higgins, if you remember. So let's see what we can find. I'm surprised they didn't put the Detroit Tigers hat on Magnum PI as the chase too. But kind of cool, different. I'm thinking this is Brian Mariotti's choice of. Alright, let's see. Let's tear into it. Let's see. I feel like this might be Ultra, but I could be wrong. No, it's just Magnum with his staff. Great one. Alright, we got Max next. Max is 1,000 piece. Got Mushi. We got Mushi here. Let's see if we can get this one. Let's see. We're gonna get.
Do you mind if I show you for the socials of Thrilljoy too?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, let's go. Let's see what we can find in here. Can we pull that Ultra in here? Let's see what we get. Let's tear into the thrill. And let's reveal that seal. Let's see. Ready? Ultra. It is a nice looking black and white Max here. 1,000 pieces.
All right, Blue time. We got Blue as Buddy the Elf here, and maybe we get his bowl of special spaghetti cereal syrup mix. Let's see. Tear into it. Let's reveal that seal. 1,200 piece with the little Buddy the Elf. What a great little piece. And with the Scout box, you got the Kiss Scout here, and you got the Ultra. So let's see what we can find out. Let's go. All right, this is limited 300 pieces. Ultra, you got a good chance of getting a 24 piece. Let's see if we get that gold. Let's see. No, we got the 300 piece. It looks good though. Sucks looks good. Or Scout looks good. Scout looks really good for a 300 piece. Nice.
All right, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed that. I did not hit, as you saw, a Ultra, but I hit some cool pieces. I did like some of these. I think some of the exclusives were done well. Other ones were just kind of changing colorways, which hit or miss, especially when you do things that were already just heroes and kind of changing the colorway. I have some thoughts on those. But our first one I'm going to show off here is our Blue as Elf. I do like this one. I think it was a good one to do with the hero and then the Ultra holding the crazy spaghetti stuff. I did not score the Ultra on this one. Hopefully maybe one I order online will score it, but I did get this one in the Team Scout box along with Max. Max is a pretty cool one. I know a number of people got this one. I wonder, with the 1,000 pieces, I wonder if this will also maybe be in that at home box. I don't know. 1,200 pieces, maybe the Blue as Elf, or is that just right the number? It'll be curious what it is, but this is a cute one. The Ultra here, it has an Ultra as well. No chase to these ones. There were some others that did have chases, but for the most part, most of them have an Ultra, and they're low count. This is 1,500 pieces. A Thomas Magnum PI. I love the show from the 80s. I remember watching reruns of it, at least in the 80s and early 90s, probably, with Higgins as the Ultra. Some people have no idea what this is, but this is coming up actually at the Detroit Tiger game Magnum PI Day. I have some friends that actually go to it dressed like him. He showed up last year to do some stuff, so I know a friend would probably love this one to have because you don't see a lot of Magnum PI stuff going on. So unique little piece. Not everyone know. You got to be a different generation to know what Magnum PI is. And then of course our newest mascot, the first Scout of the day. We got a Scout here, and then they did have the Ultra, which isn't too crazy. It looks like more like a glittery kind of chase to them and stuff like that, and like the makeup's a little different, eye makeup and stuff. So I didn't see a lot of course they're 24 pieces, but I do love the sticker, the Rock the Block sticker on these, and I love having the first Scout in my collection as well too. Really cool one. That's why I wanted to get Team Scout. Now let's go check out what I got for Team Blue.
400 pieces, invincible. Got the metallic, other way metallic shapes. We're gonna see what we got. $400 piece. And go for Buddy. Alright. Everybody has Euro. Alright. Max, 1,000 piece.
I'll go with you. Let's go.
1,000 pieces. Our final one, blue, 300 pieces. Looking for that rocket mascot.
Oh,
No ultra.
All right, so as you saw with Team Blue, I did not hit an Ultra again, but that's okay. That's okay. So we did see some ones that were repeats there. Get another Elf as Blue as Elf, and then also Max was another one that was a repeat. So you're probably going to see those in a lot of the boxes just because of how high the number is and that. But I did score some really great pieces, including one I know a lot of people were after. Very popular at SDCC this year at the Funko booth, as well as now the Thrilljoy is the Invincible. It's not the Ultra, but still it's a 400 piece. That's a low. That's like getting one of the chases from the 3,000 pieces. So pretty low one. Definitely a lot of people were after this one, so it's really cool to pull this one, as well as getting a Rock the Block Blue. I love this Blue. He's really cool. He kind of almost goes along with like what I was going for with my sticker and logo. If you saw my shirt, I did get my stickers, one sticker in late, so a lot of people that met me got this sticker. If you did come on one of our whatnot shows, or grab something from my website, if you grab a Thrilljoy or something, I'll make sure you get one of these stickers. And then this one was an embossed sticker, got lost from UPS from Sticker Bros. I had to open a case with them. Sticker Bros wasn't going to do anything. They were like, oh well, you didn't get insurance, you got to wait to everything. And I was able to open a case with UPS. I guess they found it, instead of trying to refund me my money for my stickers. But really cool embossed feature on it. So definitely I'll have these up, and I'll have like a whole pack for sale for charity as well too. So if you're looking for a sticker pack, I'll have these on the website with also the other sticker that we have. So hopefully you want to grab those and help out our veterans charity auction that we'll be doing in August. So if you haven't checked that out or bookmarked that on Whatnot, do that. We do twice a year charity auction. This time we're adding to our veterans endowment, and all our money's being matched up to $7,500 left to be matched. So that can be $15,000 we add to that endowment. I'll make it over 30. We got another endowment that's over 30, another one over 20. So we're doing pretty well with endowments, and that money lasts forever and gives out off the interest of that endowment every year to a student in need, or in this case a veteran in need. Really cool thing that we're doing with the college. So a lot of great pieces. Now let's talk about some of the games. I went and played my first game. Lines were crazy. I think we waited like probably 30 to 45 minutes for every game. Probably axe throwing was the longest one. Our first one was like this knock. They didn't even tell me what to do. I just went over. Last time it was kind of like this hold, like you reached in and they gave you something. At MegaCon, I guess I thought it was the same thing. No one told me you had to knock. I saw other people later post videos that you're supposed to knock and they open and give you something. But that was the first one. I got a Dracula here. So I got this Dracula, pretty cool one. It has a chance at an Ultra. This was my third one, I think I'm showing you here, because I got this at another game as well too, and then we got two of these at that game. So yeah, he's pretty cool looking. You know, like I don't know. It's all right. It's just like I would love to have the Invisible Man, because I don't think I'll ever get him being a 96 piece unless I find a good trade or something like that. I would love to have the Invisible Man, but it would have been cool to kind of have him different format. I don't know. The red's all right. It looks okay. I didn't see the Ultra in person. It's just kind of this flipped metallic-y type style, where the other one I got was a really cool other piece. But if you saw the game, it was all right. We got Plinko again. We did that. We lucked out last time and got some good stuff, including a proto last time. From both games, I get no protos this time, sadly. But played Plinko. You could get a exclusive pick, a proto, or one of the new little blues. So this is one of the new little blues. This is one of the prizes that we are able to get. Matches the blue from last year, which I had to pick up from someone last year. So it's kind of like very similar. He's not holding the bag. He's holding the Rock the Block bag in here. He's not holding it from this year, the last year's one. So it's kind of cool that they can do these maybe every year for Rock the Block, or, you know, their Boardwalk Bash or whatever they're going to call it. But I did score another one of these in my other one. Well, I didn't get Ultra. You know, you see me open it. I didn't get Ultra out of it, but I did get another one of these. So, you know, it's all right. But I thought they would do something different. Every location, you would get something different. We got 3 exclusives at MegaCon. Night King, the Scooby-Doo Blue, and then the Clown Cafe host. So we got 3 different ones at MegaCon. This is kind of like the Clown Cafe host, I guess, to me. But I wish they would have done something a little different for the prize. Make sure that you got one of each prize or something. I really don't. I don't know if you need all the games too. The last one was axe throwing. That was a unique, different one. That's why they told you to wear tennis shoes, closed-toe shoes, so you know you don't drop the axe or bounce back and hit your foot or chop off your toe or something crazy like that happen. But it did have one of the best separate exclusives here with the Spooky Space Kook. So the Spooky Space Kook, this looks good. This one just looks really good, and I had no idea the chase glowed till I saw someone post it finally and show the glow on it. I want this. I want this Ultra. Probably more than the Ultra for the regular one, because now I feel like I have a Spooky Space Kook. That's what I said they should do, because it's 24 piece. That's crazy. In the first place, they only did 24 of the Spooky Space Kook, because this makes it a little more obtainable, being 1,200 pieces. Definitely one people are still after. I definitely want to crack some more of these open to try to go for that Ultra. So hopefully you'll see a couple of those on the channel coming up. Just say, you know, I found some decent things after the party and everything like that. People were selling stuff. So other thoughts. So games overall, lines were snaking all over the place. Like, people were confused where the line started, ended, everything. They need like line, end of line holders, but also need a better line system, because everything was snaking. People were also waiting for the giant Ferris wheel. Yes, there was a giant Ferris wheel. So if you saw that, they had a giant Ferris wheel that you could ride as well. I didn't get in that one, but they had that going on. They had the announcements. Like I said, the announcements you could not see, sadly. Whatever, too early in the night. Didn't wait for the sun to go down for the announcements and things like that. But they had some great things they did announce, including the change of pixels to more the style that's going to be like small little almost Thrilljoy boxes. So they're almost going to be like small little Thrilljoy boxes. First they announced, the first one was Terrifier and Toy Story. So Toy Story definitely was a cool one to announce. They're going to have things like Super Ultras. No more redemptions, which we kind of figured with the He-Man one, not having a redemption for the gold, which is sad. They should have done it at least on the last one just to have it. But they're going to have the stickers on there, and we're going to have little windows. You can keep them in the boxes. No more also no more little frames. So no more little frames on them and magnets to hold them. I don't know. Kind of disappointed, but they're going to change the price point. I think the price point retail was $9.99. So the first one's up. You're going to see the Toy Story. You're going to see the Terrifier. You're going to see other ones coming along the way as well too. They did also announce more Disney. We see our first look at Maleficent with the dragon as well as the chase. That was a really cool piece. Hopefully seeing more Disney. We got Supernatural too. Yes, definitely everyone was a fan of Supernatural. Sold out super quick on their website. Hot Topic sold out of them pretty quick as well too. You get Castiel and you see him in a couple different forms, but this one will have a Hyper 101 fluorescent Castiel as well too. So who's going to pull that? This will also be partnered with Hot Topic as well, which is really cool. I like that. We had the Nerdy Domo. And then his chase as like him in like a different outfit, dragon outfit or something like that. I think Ferris Bueller Day Off is definitely a classic. I'm not sure if I'm like a fan of like how the Thrilljoy look on him or not. Definitely the other ones look good. I'm not sure about that one. We did also get one of our first what is it? Junito collection, the anime. I don't know much about this one, but it's a really crazy looking weird face as a chase. I remember this one. So yeah, different stuff here. Definitely some things. All right, so also they announced Hunger Games. That one will have both a chase and an ultra chase. So you're gonna see Katniss as the first one, and then Peeta as the ultra, Katniss in a different outfit for that one. So we'll see those ones, which will be cool. See some more Coraline. We already got some Coraline for this last SDCC. You've seen more Coraline with that, and some ultra, some supers and the chases and different things like that. Another one I know Gus will be excited about, I think is really cool looking, is Fire Nation Aang, and then you got Aang and then Avatar Roku there. So those would look awesome as the super. So really cool one. Also, they're going to have a Thrilljoy exclusive, it looks like Aang. So they had a different kind of sticker on it. First time we've seen a Thrilljoy exclusive sticker as well. Wondered if some of these other ones, you know, in the past they've talked about being Thrilljoy exclusive. They never had a sticker for it. They're going to have that with a glow chase. That looks pretty awesome for Aang. We got Nosferatu as well too, the chase. So you got some really good pieces with that. Another thing they talked about, Post Malone's going to be one of the first musical artists that they're going to have with a Hyper 1 of course, because Post Malone, you know, he had to go after the Magic Gathering 101 ring and everything like that. So, you know, that's going to be cool. I wonder if he's going to put a bounty on his 101 Thrilljoy if someone pulls that. Be really interesting. They did have some other announcements along the way, but I think, you know, if I had the slides, I would share it with you and some more stuff with you, but we'll keep it for maybe another time or some when they actually release and come out and all those good things. But lots of cool stuff. Bowling for Soup was really fun. Of course, you know, Bowling for Soup from 1985, you know, also from the Phineas and Ferb show. So if you watch Phineas and Ferb, Bowling for Soup does their main theme song. So a lot of fun stuff with that. Pretty cool to have a band there and do that and have something a little different. Like I said, finally, after like the band played and it kind of started quieting out for the night, you know, maybe that last hour, half an hour left of the whole night, then you finally could go play games without waiting in 45-minute lines. But most people didn't want to wait. They wanted to get their stuff. That's the bad thing about giving out, especially the exclusives like that. I'd love to have the exclusives out a different way. I know it probably saved them from having other prizes. Like I said, sadly, I didn't get a proto. I was really bummed. I didn't get a pro, but you know, it'd be cool to have some kind of like scratch off or some tear thing like they do at the booth where you tear into it. They did it at the booth, a little sheet, and it could tell you, hey, you want a proto, and you could go turn it in and get your proto. That would have been a really cool idea instead of doing it the way they did it where you had to wait in all these game lines. Maybe getting more time for people to talk and network and hang out and go check out what other people are pulled and doing and see everyone, instead of standing in lines for 45 minutes at a time in these crazy snaking lines that go all over the place. So that was my kind of like thoughts on that one. I think overall it was really cool. They did a merch table this time as well too, with different shirts based on different like music themes for each of the mascots. Sadly, when I went over, I think they only had one mascot in a 2XL I was going to grab, just because I know sometimes shirts shrink and stuff like that in different ways. So I'd like to usually get t-shirts a little bigger because of the weird, you know, sometimes they shrink and stuff. But I wanted to get a blue shirt. So they had a really cool like David Bowie kind of blue shirt. They also had a pin set that was different from the pin you got in the box. So you got mascot pins in each box, which are limited to 300. You also got your lanyard when you checked in and all that good stuff. They got some really cool little things along the way. I would rather had like, so everyone got like the exclusives similar. Like, so if someone is in line and didn't win, like if they want a proto, they didn't get this. You know, if they want a proto, they might not have got this. Which, you know, I would rather have a proto probably than those. But also, I'd be kind of bummed that I didn't get one of these as well, too. So, you know, I think the proto would be something extra you could have that tear into and have that as a piece. It would be really cool. But like I said, it was a lot of great people got to meet in the community, a lot of good people. You see some of the people, you know, from the Funko community, but some of the people are just in Thrilljoy and collecting Thrilljoy, and it's cool to have that mix of people that are from different places and different things. So getting to meet people, I felt like it was weird because the stage was so far away from everything else going on. I don't know, maybe MegaCon was so much smaller of a like venue, and like the amount of people was probably less. Probably, I don't know if it was 50% or maybe 75, you know, 25% less or something like that. But it felt like you were like all around, like everyone right there and could see everything and do everything. Or this, you're so spread out on the lawn. If you were sitting in the seat, you're way in the back and didn't see the stage or didn't get like chance to get the protos or anything like that. You had to move around and do stuff, and then kind of lost, like you had all your stuff and all those kind of things. So kind of, you know, the bad and good of having it kind of spread out so big in different areas that it makes it a little hard. So I think it would be better to do like protos as a different kind of giveaway piece, and then you go collect it and get something, instead of trying to play all these games and everything. I don't know. Games are fun in that, but the lines and stuff aren't crazy. And if you're staying on lines all day, that's all you do at a con already. I don't want to go stand in more lines. Like that's the bad thing. Like you're already staying in line to get into the show, and then you're staying in another line and another line, another line and another line. It's like that's all you're doing all the time. That's not always fun and great for the community. So that's my thought on that one. A lot of great things, like I said, with it. A lot of great announcements, a lot of great things shown. Let me know if you have any thoughts on some of the stuff, but they put together a good show. I know the whole Thrilljoy team really did a good job, I think, overall, with this one being their really third event. This is their third big event they've ever done. They have fix some things from each time, so they keep making improvements and adjustments. Hopefully they listen. Hopefully they send out a survey or something like that. Love to like be able to feedback, and maybe you could potentially win something. Also, I forgot, Team Tux won the overall, I guess, contest or whatever. I don't know how they determined everything. They had some different things on stage and stuff like that, but Team Tux won, so they got the cool exclusive blue. It doesn't have a chase with it. I don't know why. You should throw an ultra chase with that one as well too. You might as well. You already have it kind of made as 500. You might as well throw an ultra chase. But a lot of other cool exclusives that necessarily I didn't show you as well too. There was a couple other things that were out there, like Fred Flintstone, Gruesome, and a couple other, of course, the other mascots that I'm hoping to pick up and get in my collection. So some really cool stuff, a lot of fun. If you went, or you saw me, or you are really excited about anything, please comment below. If you want to go next year, I don't know what they're going to do for the spring. It doesn't sound like MegaCon, because MegaCon moved to May. Let me know your thoughts on what they should do for spring. C2E2. WonderCon, ECCC, what are they gonna? I'd love for them to do something more on this East Coast side, since they usually don't do New York Comic Con as a big show like this kind of thing. I'd love for them, maybe Chicago is C2E2, probably good timing when that happens, or maybe something else. But MegaCon is definitely one of the bigger cons in the country. I think there's 200 to 250 people there over that weekend at MegaCon. So it's definitely a place, a lot of space, a lot of hotel rooms, a lot of rental space as well for having events in that in Orlando, and a lot of cool stuff. So let me know your thoughts on what you think of this Thrilljoy Rock the Block, and hopefully I'll have some more things to open for you, including our online boxes very soon. So hopefully you can like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye.